Hello, welcome to the Daily English News program on Azərbaycan Televiziya with the most important events of the day. Gülər Hətamovam. On February 5th, President of Azerbaijan, İlham, sent a letter of condolences to President of Turkey, Recep Tayyip Erdogan. The letter reads as follows: Dear Mr. President, my dear brother, a year has passed since the terrible earthquakes that occurred in Turkey in February 2023, claiming the lives of tens of thousands of people. We remember the dear memory of our brothers and sisters who perished as a result of this tragedy with deep respect and reverence, praying to Allah to rest their souls in peace and to grant patience to their relatives. This disaster deeply shook Azerbaijan just as it did Turkey. During those difficult days, our people shared the pain of the tragedy with the brotherly people of Turkey and experienced endless sorrow together. From the first minutes of the news of the earthquake, without waiting for any call for help, the people in the state of Azerbaijan mobilized their capabilities to fulfill their fraternal duty. Our rescuers, doctors and volunteers who were involved in the removal of the consequences of the devastating earthquake and the search and rescue operations worked shoulder to shoulder with their Turkish colleagues with great courage, determination and selflessness. In addition to state and private institutions, all our people, young and old, spared no effort to provide moral support to the victims of the earthquake. Under your determined leadership, the government of Turkey is working with all its might to eliminate the large-scale destruction caused by the earthquake, revive the affected region and provide homes for millions of people who were left homeless. Currently, Azerbaijan continues its humanitarian activities in Kahramanmaraş province and closely participates in the reconstruction and restoration endeavors, including the construction of the social facilities. We are very proud to be alongside Turkey in this noble and honorable mission. All this is forever engraved in the annals of our brotherhood as further evidence of Azerbaijan-Turkey unbreakable unity and solidarity. Just as Turkey stands by Azerbaijan in good and sad times, we always stand by Turkey and will continue to do so, because we are one nation in two states. I am sure that thanks to your leadership, the determination to fight, the spirit of solidarity and the strong will of the Turkish people, the mighty Turkish state will quickly overcome these difficulties and emerge from this bitter test with honor and even stronger. On this sad day, on my own behalf and on behalf of the people of Azerbaijan, I express my condolences to you, to the families and loved ones of the victims, and to the fraternal people of Turkey. Sincerely, İlham, President of the Republic of Azerbaijan. The number of victims of mines planted by Armenia has reached 344. Since the end of 2020, 65 people died as a result of mine explosions. Armenia is held liable for the deaths of innocent civilians, read the statement of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Chairs of Central Election Commissions from a number of countries and heads of observation missions are visiting Azerbaijan in the run-up to the presidential elections scheduled for 7 February. Members of the mission, featuring CIA Secretary General Sergei Lebedev and head of the CIA Secretariat Sergei Burutin, as well as Assistant Secretary General of Political Affairs of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, Yusuf Aldabey, visited the Central Election Commission. The observers are expected to meet with a number of government officials. More than 6,400,000 voters will vote in the presidential election scheduled for 7 February. 6,537 voters will be provided with all necessary conditions. This was stated at the meeting between the chairman of the Central Election Commission, Mazahir Panakhov, and the visiting delegation led by Yusuf Aldabey, Assistant Secretary General for Political Affairs of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. The sites noted that the elections to be held in our country will be in the global spotlight. The guests noted that the use of high technologies in the organization of elections is an indicator of transparency. Georgian delegation will also observe the extraordinary presidential elections. During the meeting with the delegation led by the chairman of the Central Election Commission of Georgia, Georgi Kalandarashvili, it was stressed that interinstitutional relations and exchange of experience play an important role in the development of the electoral system. Chairman Mezahir Panakov noted that on 7 February, all conditions were created for citizens to express their will freely and without hindrance. Georgi Kalandarashvili expressed confidence that the elections would be held in a transparent and professional manner. The Kazakh observer mission will monitor the elections in Karabakh. This was reported at the meeting of the chairman of the Central Election Commission of Azerbaijan and Kazakhstan. Nurlan Abdirov, chairman of the Central Election Commission of Kazakhstan, noted that the presidential elections are a great responsibility and that his country attaches great importance to cooperation with Azerbaijan. The delegation led by chairman of the Central Election Commission of Montenegro, Nikola Mugosa, who was visiting our country to monitor the extraordinary presidential elections, also visited the Central Election Commission. The guests were briefed on the preparations for the elections. The Montenegrin observer mission expressed confidence that the presidential elections to be held in Azerbaijan will be transparent. You can report events you encounter as well as share your suggestions and remarks via our WhatsApp and Telegram accounts. That was all for today. Thank you for being with us. Goodbye.